Oh my goodness, the number 2, Scott Sharp, off the circuit in a big way.
Race leader.
Race leader. He was in close. It was a Ferrari.
Is that the outer loop?
Outer loop.
Jeepers.
John Hindhaugh, Shea Adam on the edges of the seats that we would be sitting on if we had them, but we don't. And it's already a crash on the front straight, and it's the Action Express number 5, and one of the Porsches involved there. They were an innocent party to make the quick decisions. Poor Nick Tandy was in the pack, and it all kicks off ahead of him. People are braking, and right in the middle of the road, as if you were on a highway, to cordon off the inside of the circuit and push everyone away from the incident. And there's been more incidents, and the Turner BMW is off the side of the road, just coming to the green flag. The 96 car. There's all kinds of passing going into the final corner, because the green is being called. There's all kinds of overlap. There was a touch from Justin Marks coming through turn 17. Just seems to have lost it. Slid towards the driver's right. Now, was that 2 accidents then? He's hit the inside wall, and the Ferrari, in trying to avoid him, maybe?
He'll have to make a visit, I think, to the infield care center, but he is talking to the crew.
Well, we have got an onboard camera on that car, and there was absolutely no retardation at all. Yes, and then it seemed to stop. He tried to turn, realised it wasn't going to turn, and straightened up the wheels and aimed for the tyre barrier. Now, tyre barriers don't look sexy and technical. Now, there was traffic, and Pete was in there as well, as he's coming down through the S's. Oh, Pete Moore went down the inside. Great piece of placement of an interim tyre barrier. I'm told, I'm sorry, completely wrong. It's further around the circuit in turn.
That's bizarre.
It's at the Oak Tree turn, isn't it? At the top of the track.
Oh,
massive wreck. Big crash.
I think there's been a big hit, so I'll go back to the booth.
This is a big one, guys. I don't know where the car on the straightaway is, but that hit a ton.
A little bit wide. There's a bit of damage to the left rear. It's just way out in the grey, and then Montecalvo had nowhere to go.
Yep. You can't turn from there either once you're at that point of the racetrack.
It's just wide all the way through, Dorsey. Got into the grey.
Yeah, he got into the grey, and the car wouldn't turn. It pushed straight out to the wall.
They were passing other cars. In fact, they were passing that battle in GTD, were they? Oh, huge! So that's just weird.
The Porsche just never turned in.
And that's big contact. Yes, early in the S's there. There's somebody else, I think, involved. Yeah. Open to screen right, left-hand side. Here we see it. Is it Townsend?
That's Townsend.
Yeah, Townsend's gone for a ride as well, I feel. There he is. He's in the fence.
Oh, that's big. Both of them are big.
Only Ferrari no longer. Those two now, where are they? Heading down into the international.
Has gone the 14 Lexus, just where we were talking out at the same place that Loic Duval went off. Up on the timing tower, 6:18 laps on there, 5:31, 32 and 54. A big slide for a Porsche in the spray. That's not stopping. Down towards turn 1. That's going off a very long way, and it will hit the wall. And that's going to be a full course yellow. That's not coming out of there. That was the leader. He was sideways for a very long way in the spray. I could just about pick out the headlights. And he's being joined by one of the MSR Acuras that's come in as well. The 75 car about to be lapped by its leader. Oh my goodness me, no wonder he's annoyed. It's turn 3, and Kenny Bull just didn't brake for the corner at all.
Delta Wing, emergency crews very quickly with that car, and Merrick stamped on the brakes, and the PC car goes right up into the air, 3 wheels off the ground there, and the driver of the PC car probably wouldn't have no idea that was coming. Apart from a spotter saying, hang on, for goodness sake.
He then turns in. I wonder if he's fiddling with something, trying to get it back. He's way offline. And then he just understeers to the wall and is half a car's width too wide. A chance to have a look at the pit lane exit, pit lane camera.
GTLM car's onto pit lane, perhaps anticipating a yellow. Here we go, it's number 54 car alongside him.
Yeah, was it a touch? It was a very light touch from the
Yeah.
From the 38 car of Joel Miller into pits are closed, and Catherine Legg. Felipe Nasser was 2.3 seconds away from winning the race in GT Daytona. Pat Long is going to take it. Brian Sellett's going to be second, and Andy Lally's in the wall. It's a big one. Lally gets pushed into the wall by Paltala.
Into one. Delta wing down on the inside. Couldn't tell if the movement from the Delta wing was because he hit the curb and then Yakiman, or hit Yakiman and that's what upset the car. But you could definitely see movement.
In the
defending
wall.
champion.
Oh my goodness me, the 31. So he turns in to, he clipped the inside wall. Oh, and that's a big hit left hand side, and he's moved the concrete blocks back about 18 inches, clipped the inside wall of 8 and hit the Antonio Garcia, Tommy Milner and Ryan Briscoe. Briscoe as close as he's been. Oh, and a huge kerfuffle again in the final corner. This is a nightmare. This is the battle for the lead. The two Corvettes very sensibly going side by side there. So the Ford couldn't get through. That was genius. Genius work from the guys. But who's going to get the run to the line? It's going to be the 4 car. Tommy Milner, robbed by being punted out by a Porsche last year.
Jordan just drove incredibly and made all those moves. And what can we say about our Cadillac? I mean, no matter what happens...